You done already? Wow. No, Princess, stop. Stop. It's okay. Thank you. Oh. You're gonna go about 3. Hey, go. Excuse me.
Sweetie, you okay? You okay, babies?
You won't forget my. I'll get the plug for you. That's good. You know, I don't think you legally have to have one, but. Okay, I'm not going anymore. Oh, this is John chapter 17, King James Version. Jesus' intercessory prayer. These words spake Jesus, and lifted up his eyes to heaven, and said, Father, the hour is come. Glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee, as thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee, for I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine. And I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father. Keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me, and the glory which thou gavest me I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one. I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me and hast loved them as thou hast loved me. Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovedst me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me, and I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me be in them, and I in them. Oh, what's up, everybody? I'm worn out, dude. Hey, bro. Dude, where's my car? Or, dude, where's my truck, man? I mean, oh, that's a movie, too. That only happened to me one time. I swear it's only by the grace of God that these computers are still running. Hey, I'm tired, man. You know, I I didn't actually catch up. I caught up on my sleep, but my computers were kind of so I spent the whole morning fixing them. I sort of got them straightened out, I think. Oh. So I think it's nap time. It's it must be. What time is it in France? Well, we'll see how long that lasts. It's like whack-a-mole, Whack-a-mole, man. I whack them and then they go for another one. I whack them. So I just had to, man, I gotta read, dude. I know it's partly the I'm working with a lot of legacy equipment here, so I understand that's most of my problem. But hey, I'm working with what I got. All right. So, not real talkative today. I'm pretty tired, so wasn't wasn't able. I didn't actually catch up on my. I'm gonna go. Normally, I'd go to confession with Father Mark, but he's well, I guess he's a little busy with his insurance claims, and he's getting pretty old too, and his tolerance level is pretty low. But he couldn't handle the truth, so I don't know. I mean, what can you do? Do you either you let people believe lies, or do you tell the truth, or do you keep like what do you when somebody says something? Do you just let them believe lies or tell lies? I mean, where what point do you just to get along, or do you check them? I mean, I suppose you pick and choose your battles, but I mean, when it's that important, when you know, it's like I don't know, man. Hey, it's kind of funny all of a sudden. No, now, Father Mark doesn't want to talk though. You know, whatever. Like I said, I mean, I guess he's manageable drinker. Whatever. My mother would call it something else, but hey, whatever. I'm not here to judge anybody. It's your business. I choose not to drink alcohol. Don't want it. Don't like being around it anymore. I'm not sure I could. I don't think I would do very well for very long. Not that I think. I suppose over time, because what do they say? If you hang out in a barber shop long enough, you're probably going to get a haircut, even if you're Samson. So I you know, probably stay away from it. But even when it's family, I don't know. I guess there's just something about it when other people. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like talking to people that have even, I don't know, much more than don't want a bad mouth. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, so you only got, I mean, you got family. Who can you trust? Hey, I mean, you brought it up. It's like yesterday. I was talking to Bob. I was trying to just thank her. She gets stressed out. She's old, but I don't know if it's. I suppose they they dealt with years and years in the past of me drinking and behavior. So I guess maybe my family is conditioned to assume that I don't know, they just default to a, like, even if a behavior isn't happening, they might in their mind think it is or something. I don't know, like yesterday Tommy brought home some of that, excuse me. Well, he brought home some of this, that stuff, something like that. And I put it in the fridge. And, I had mom on the phone, right? Because I was thanking her for that $20 steak, she gave me. And she I don't know why, but I mean, I'm like, hey, don't, you can leave it in the fridge. I put it in the fridge for Tommy. And he come down and he's like, where is it? And I'm like, well, it's in the fridge. And I'm like, are you sure? I asked one time. I said, are you sure you can leave? Don't you want to leave it in the fridge? I mean, it tastes better cold. No, no, no. And I said, okay. And it's like mom says, well, leave him alone. I'm like, what do you mean? I asked him one time. Dad, say, hey, look, the story doesn't change. It's funny how a week or two will go by and all of a sudden the problem's me again. Like I said, the last time I was at my dad's, I mean, all I did was deliver firewood. I was only there for a month, or well, I don't know, month or so, or I don't know exactly how long. But I got up every morning and I woke Justin up, got him going. We went out 10, 12 hours a day. Hey, I came home, man. There's propane. Look, I don't know how did I get on then. Okay, we left at like 4 in the morning. I got home at 8 at night. All right. There's only so much. Hey, I've dealt with propane tanks before. It's kind of like this one out here on my deck. Oh, have you left that on before? Sure. Like the night before? Sure, I forgot to turn it off. And then I don't know, less than 8 hours. I mean, it'll be empty, right? So you tell me. So dad hangs up on me. Hey, that's kind of crazy. That's pretty psycho, isn't it? Pretty crazy. You don't want to talk about that though, but you want to bring up that you want to talk about what did I do? Again, the sheriffs came and took her. All right. They come up to me and they say, "Hey, man, we know, look, we could take her tonight, man. We don't know what you're gonna do. We know you're not doing anything, but hey, she's half the kingdom, man. She's gonna be back here, and she's gonna be pissed. You better figure something out, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man." Like, I don't like if I'm my father, I'm like, "Hey, just don't bring that up. Don't say I'm the problem." Okay, because so then I says, okay, so the reason I actually left was not because I had fires again. We got to go over this one again. So I dug a 6 foot pit. There's no way. So I'm working 10, 12 hours. I deliver firewood 10, 12 hours a day, and he's feeding me, staying on his property. Okay, so you know. I don't want to. I don't care. I'm not saying in the past that, but why? Why? That's not. The last two times I was out there, I did everything I could to not bother Leslie, not argue with her, stay away from her. She chased me around. Okay, and she got really, really drunk. Or actually, no. Remember, she was this. This is what really scared me. She was stone cold sober, and it was about 10 or 11 in the morning, and she looked at me and she said, "If you ever think," and I wasn't even thinking about it. And she said, "If you ever think you're getting any of this here, you're crazy. It'll be over my dead body if you ever see a penny of this." And then she started chasing me around to the point where I'm not sure what happened, but the sheriffs came, and I had nothing to do with it. I didn't see nothing. And all I know is my dad, I think my dad was trying, but I don't know if he drinks a little bit, or I don't know if that gives him amnesia. If he's getting older, we have Alzheimer's that runs in the family. But now he's hung up on me, and I'm the problem again. And here I am. I mean, I get lots. Seems like, but I mean, I can correct the record if I have to. I can do it. I'd rather read this book, But it's too bad that I either got to let my dad think in his head that I was a problem out there. Hey, there's a couple videos. Go watch them. Which you say, okay, well, is that the worst? Well, no, but the problem is if I let him say that, then it just steamrolls, and then it's just the next thing. Well, it's like, how do you know that person? How do we know that that's true? And I'm a little frustrated because I do love my father deeply. Remember all the times going out on the airplane, getting all dressed up in my jerseys or my soccer uniform or pads, everything. I'd go in the Mile High Club, but I didn't. I'd get dressed in my stuff, and I'd be so excited, and I'd embarrass them. And a couple times Tammy'd be there, right? And but when you're gonna hang up on me and then not even call me back and make people think I'm the problem, hey, look, hey, I guess I'd rather the truth will set you free. I'd rather tell the truth and be all alone than have people have to deal with lies. I don't know why. I mean, I know I don't drink, so it's kind of frustrating being in a situation where I'm at and not being able to feel comfortable. And it's strange. It's like they want to pretend like nothing happened, like they didn't do nothing, and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to just. But then he wants to make it about me again, and I'm supposed to just accept that, and I'm like, no. So, what do you do? But I tried. I tried to talk to him. I've never been a real big fan of California, anyways. In the last 5 years. So, but I don't know. It's frustrating. I mean, you think the guy could just at least not bring it up and be like, and try to make me the problem, because I wasn't. I didn't even talk to her. If she talked to me, I was respectful, but she wouldn't even let me go in the house to go to the bathroom. That's where I got the bucket idea. Right? And she was letting Justin in. Remember, she was doing everything she could to destroy, which he's kind of crazy. It's the first time I met him. There's 50,000 Dahlheimers 5 miles out of Anoka up there somewhere. I went to a big Dahlheimer thing there. When I was a kid, there was the whole park in Anoka there. I mean, there was hundreds. I never met the guy, but his dad had just died. Kirk down in Iowa. They hung him. I don't know. The guy had 50 DWIs. I don't know, man. At some point, I don't know what happened. But I was trying to be nice to him. She was doing, remember, she was going to call the FAG police. Remember that? Because I'm sitting next to my cousin. We're sitting, we just met each other, and we're sitting on the couch, and this is how crazy she was. I'm trying to be friendly. I mean, we're not like sitting on each other's laps, but he's showing me some pictures of his family or something on his phone. She did everything she could to conquer and divide. And they just want to pretend like nothing. I mean, they're just sick. They gotta be, they're sick. They're sick. And it frustrates me that my father would hang up on me and then, hey, I don't care who, somebody did it. Hey, I know what propane smells like. I know what a Goodfellas CD looks like. And I know that after 14 hours, that the little bit of propane that was left in there, it would have been empty. Hey, I'll report, you decide, whatever. I'm not saying I'm the nicest guy, but I'm telling the truth. You know? So, but it frustrates me because I really I want to be respectful because it says which commandment is it? It says, number 5, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. It doesn't say it doesn't even say if they're believers. It doesn't even say if they're nice to you. It doesn't say if they're liars. There's no clause in there. It says honor your parents. And so, but to me, it's kind of like it kind of goes back to like, I mean, this says, like the governing authorities aren't necessarily believers, but it says that they're put there by God, right? And that we are just aliens in a foreign land passing through, right? And so, but we're supposed to honor and respect the law no matter what it is, up until the point where they say, hey, give me that Bible. And by the way, take this here chip, put this in you, right? Here, take this in your right hand and forehead. And we're not going to allow you to worship, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob anymore, or Jesus Christ. So I want to respect my father, but I feel like it's borderlining in that when you're lying to the point, excuse me, I mean, it's so flagrant, it's dangerous. And if it says in the end times, your enemies will be in your own household. Hey, I report, you decide. You think if you could trust anybody, it'd be your family, right? Your blood. Not according to the Bible. I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. I'm just setting the record straight. Because I got naysayers coming from every angle. They're nonstop hacking me. They don't want these cameras on. They've been trying to turn these off. They But I mean, if my own father can't even be honest, then at least recognize that, hey, if he can't trust them, either he knew about it or he won't accept it. Well, then just be quiet about it. Don't bring it up and say, hey, I wasn't getting up and going to work all day long, making bundles in the yard, sweating, driving a truck that you couldn't even. It's amazing. If y'all seen this truck, it's amazing. This thing that you don't. It had no brakes, none. I'm not even kidding. You literally had to, and you're carrying 10,000 pounds of firewood. I mean, you had to be so careful. In fact, when you go down an incline, the only way to hit from running into vehicles, because look, look, not you'd have to put it in reverse and ride the clutch and use that as a brake, so you didn't slam in the car when you're going downhill. That's all right. Look, I'm a professional. Kids, don't try this at home. All right. Seriously. Okay, so I was going through a lot of stuff, and I did a great job, and I tried. I'm not saying I was perfect, but I stayed away from less. And then then the sheriffs came and took her, and that was it, because then he had to bail her out, and all the money, any little extra money he had just to make things halfway normal. No hot showers. No hot water, living on $1 million property. Okay. Now the truck, hey, that's rough business. No, those, whatever. He's always had a kind of a beat up pickup truck, because it's just there's no. I mean, you got people driving your trucks, and they don't care about them. They beat the hell out of them, and so he's always. But whatever. And he was getting close to retiring and selling his business, but he's had some pretty nice trucks along the way too. But this was just another example of how things I was going through, that I was doing, really working really hard. And I come home, and there's damn propane smell, and Justin, he smoked cigarette. So he would light a cigarette all the time. If he'd have lit a cigarette, man, it'd have been kaboom. Okay. So why is it you take? I don't know why, but it's the truth. And I tried to let it go, and I tried to reconcile with my father, but he refused, and he was he wanted to play small talk and talk about football. And then all of a sudden, he wants to talk about why I'm the problem. There's no crisis here. I got no crisis, other than I'm an old guy. It's getting same old story. It's getting tough to earn a living, especially at my age, with my skill set. And I don't know why. Like, I know I've been sarcastic all my life, but I don't understand. I'm getting pretty tired, but I'm I'm hoping that I kept this operation going long enough that I suppose it's only a matter of time before they get to they really get to one of my machines or something. But hopefully I've kept the truth going long enough that like I said, I just want to get to a point where you don't want to punch me in my nose. You let me live my life. Y'all live your life. I'm too old to worry about what you do. I'm too tired. I just want to sit here and read. That's what Grandpa Harold did. Grandpa Harold, he always had a book. I don't want to be out hanging around lying alcoholics and ones that can't even, at least, they can't even accept it. Whatever. And I guarantee you the time before that, it was pretty much the same thing. Now, if you want to go back, but what are we? When are we going? When are we going to start to focus on today and not? But it frustrates me that my dad, because you see, you'd think he'd be the only one I got. If your own father won't be honest and love you and stick up for you, who will? So I'm not saying I'm not innocent. Look, I've been chief of sinners. I have. I look. I know. I like naked. I used to like naked ladies, and I know it's wrong, and I try. I try not to. I haven't looked at it for a while, but I try. I still. I never did. I didn't catch up on my Bible reading, but sometimes, I just get tired. It's like I said, I feel like I can go 2 3 weeks and I get up. I can get up. I can get up at 4 or 5 in the morning every day and then go till about 8 6 7 8 o'clock. But then after about a month, man, I'm like, I just need to forget the coffee. It's just the way it is. I kind of got to do a reset. And so instead of trying to go back, and I just picked up where my yearly Bible reading is, you know, instead of, because I still got school reading books. I got to read books for school. I got to try to read by tomorrow. So, but I got to keep my machines running. No matter, I mean, if I don't have my network going, I got nothing, right? So that makes me kind of sad that, I mean, how do you deal with that? Seriously, how do you deal with a father? I mean, if that's all you got, I'd say you're better off without it, because you can't trust somebody that's not going to be honest. I'm nobody. I'm just some old guy that reads the Bible that was on the internet a little bit. I'm just one of a couple billion people, but yeah, like I said, I mean, that devil though, he seems awful persistent. And I don't know what the future has in store, but I'm going to keep telling the truth. And I don't, the destruction of the Jewish community in Jedwabne, Poland. Neighbors. You think I can read that? I got to read that by tomorrow. So I guess I'm going to probably be quiet now for the rest of the afternoon. And just want to check in so that people don't, because it was like 3 days I didn't really say anything. Don't want anybody to worry about me. Little Nicky boys all Nick. I got food and water. I got all rested up. But I'm gonna go read this now. and pray to God that I don't know. Well, if that doesn't demonstrate that I'm not interested in money, because somebody who is interested in inheritance or money would do anything they could. They'd keep their mouth quiet. I'm smart enough to know that. I mean, if I wanted to ever have a chance, that ain't my. It's not my. Never been my intention with nobody. Never been. I wasn't raised that way. But I feel like when my dad ain't honest, I don't know. And then I don't like talking to him when he drinks beer. Anyways, I don't like talking to anybody that drinks beer. Okay, so whatever. I guess I'm just an old guy, you know. Hey, I guess I'd rather just be an old guy than 6 feet in a hole. I guess. But it makes me sad and frustrated because now, like, I don't feel like I should call him. He hung up on me because he wanted to make me the problem, and I had to remind him about what happened. And then he don't, the truth hurts. They don't want to talk about it. You can't talk about it. Now, under normal circumstances, if I didn't have computer problems and I didn't go down for the count for 3 days, yeah, well, I could have read this in 1 week. But I can examine the pictures real good. I'll make sure I do that, huh? Oh, they got some maps in here. The Bermuda Triangle of July 1941. Massacres of Jews by their neighbors. The Bermuda Triangle. What's that about? I don't know. Yeah, it makes me really, I have a really hard time trusting people. Nothing against it. Like I said, I mean, I guess if you've never abused alcohol and you want to have a glass of wine or one beer, no more than two, with dinner a couple times a week, okay, whatever. But I'm pretty sure anything more than that, that's what the Bible's talking about. And I've seen nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. The Bible says it's like an ad, it's like a rattlesnake. It's an adder. It bites, it stings like a serpent. And just when you least expect it. Oh yeah. That alcohol is I mean it's the worst. I mean there's no there like I said, there's no other warning in the Bible except for to not fear. Good luck on that one. I mean, when you feel like you can't even trust your own father because you won't be honest, and then you got to talk to somebody who's intoxicated. Like I said, that's what I really loved about my mama. She chain smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee, but she always worked hard, and I always appreciated that about my mama. I said that on Mother's Day. Did this Mother's Day? Last Mother's Day. Because I had friends that their parents, and I don't know, being around intoxicated people. I always felt fortunate to be around parents that were not under the influence of alcohol. I would see that and it would make me uncomfortable, even though I ended up being quite a consumer of alcoholic beverages. uh, I really appreciate that from my childhood. That my parents were not drunk or didn't drink hardly ever at all. So why are you bringing that up again? Because I honestly, like, not to badmouth anybody, but I just can't let anybody lie about me. I can't let anybody stretch the truth. I just can't afford it at this point. I won't do it. I won't allow it. Not even just a smidgen. Because people will do anything to get ahead, I swear. They'll lie, steal, cheat just like the devil. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but hey, I've always done it with this in mind. And I've always kept in the back of my head anything I've done in the last 10 years. I always wanted to get a wife, a piece of land, and have a baby or two and go fishing pretty much. Even though I might have screwed up, that's what I've always tried to be thinking that. And I don't see how it's frustrating having a father with a place where you feel like it's not even safe to go. And you're basically down to, I don't know. But God's kept me so far, and I will keep trying. And I'll screw up, and I don't. I guess I'm gonna hope in the blood of Jesus to cover my sin when I do screw up, as long as I'm trying. Instead of that old law six. I mean, them. I'm probably in big trouble if I gotta do that 24 hours a day. I might be in trouble. So I don't know. I guess people just get intoxicated, and then in their minds they just conjure up things to their defense mechanisms take hold, and then they got free. Maybe he remembers something I did 20 years ago, and that triggers something, and then he can't even keep the truth straight, and next thing you know, it's like, Crazy world. Because if my father will do that over the phone, imagine what would happen if I was out there. Man, I'd be big trouble in Little China. But they all do it to me. They all do. You say, well, I don't know. I'd say it's more about that Bible than anything. But anyways, guess I'm gonna get to trying to read a little bit. That's pretty much all I got. More. I get more than I get. I don't want to talk anymore. Today, sure is a nice view I got here. The blinds are getting away of it a little bit, but hey, man, I got a good imagination. A sample of court documents, investigation protocols, and clemency petitions produced by perpetrators of the Jedwabne massacre that formed the principal source for this book. Halut's organization in Jedwabne in 1930. Zionist organization in Zebwabne in 1930. Chalutz organization in Jedwabne in 1922. Children from a Jewish class in Jedwabne's public school with their teachers says says Mirona and Pod, Podroznik. Hanna Danowski, daughter of one of three Cheder teachers, Malemed and Jedwabne, together with her husband, Garbaski from Lomza and daughter Joshpa, Yaakov to Sender Tuberg with his wife Sarah, Judka Eberstadjin Pierre Cars with his family, another Kader teacher from Jedwabne, Yitzhak Adamski with his family, one of the daughters left for Palestine, the family Bromskin, the elder Bromskin, was a house painter and a learned man. He was a leading personality in one of Jedwabne's shidduch studies houses called Hebra Bachurim. Leb Bromskin appears in another photograph in a Polish army uniform. Two daughters of a butcher from Jedwabne, Yitzhak Atlas, the father of Abraham Sklepak, who was a shaket ritual slaughterer in Jedwabne. He was married to Frumka Peknowiks, related to the Birkars family with whom he had nine children. The Adlaswitz family, Malka Hurwitz with her husband and child, Rika Horwitz, owner of a store in Jedwabne with her children. Her son Moshe left for Palestine. I thought there was no place called Palestine. Why did they make you think that the Arabs or the Muslims created daughter of Moshe Ibram, who was a wealthy store owner in Jebwabne? Circumstances of the murder of Judas Ibram are mentioned by one of the witnesses in Ramotowski's trial. Judki Nadolnik, one of the three Cater teachers, Malemed in Jabwabne with his family. One of the older daughters left for Palestine. The youngest, Geteli, was killed in the square in Jadwabne on July 10th, 1941, by having her head cut off. Oh my goodness. The parents of Viktor Nechlawicki, Avigdor Kochav. His mother's maiden name was Stern. Hence he changed his name to Israel to Kochav, which means star in Hebrew. Millers from Jedwabne, Eli and Moshe David Pechnowitz, Yenta Pechnowitz, Eli's wife, uncles, and aunt of Piekar's brothers, and of Nael Lawiki. Boy, there's a lot of pictures in here. The Piercars family, three Picars, Baker brothers, with their mother. The Baker brothers, they don't look like bakers to me. Led Bromstein in Polish army uniform with two friends, Ovadia, Miriam, and Shlomo Borstein. Shlomo! Shlomo Nicky boy! Way to go, Shlomo Nicky boy! Malka Zelinka Reichaluber left for Palestine, and Sorka Berlin Janek Kubransky Jack Kubran is standing on the left. A well-known shoemaker in Jedwabne, Josek Kubransky, father of Janek Kubransky, Jack Kubran, his friend. Photograph taken immediately after the war, seated from the left, Antonina Antosia Warzakowska Schmolzwarstein and Lecha Kubranska Kubran Janek Kubransky is standing behind Warzakowska Lecha and Janek Kubransky and Shamul Wasserstan together with four other Jews were saved by Warkowski family, who hid them throughout the occupation on their farm in Janksiwo near Jedwabne. I guess people are much more concerned with money than I ever thought. Boy, money, the fiat currency, the shell game, the electronic numbers game. I didn't realize how much people. It's amazing how much what people will do for money. Well, that's most of the pictures there. I look most of the pictures. We have the a map of Jedwabne drawn by Julius Obeka Yehuda Pekars. This is the Penguin books, The Neighbors. Jan Tigros is professor of politics and European studies at New York University. He is the author of among other books, Revolution from Abroad, Soviet Conquest of Poland's Western Ukraine and Western Belarusia, and the co-editor of The Politics of Retribution in Europe, World War II and its Aftermath. Well, that's all, folks. That's all the pictures. I look at all the pictures. Time to read. Time to read something, I guess. Maybe time for some coffee, huh? Shall we have some coffee? Kafifi? You want some kafifi? Crazy. No way, man. No way, dude. That's nuts, bro. Nuts, man. What's up with that, dude? Wow. Crazy, bro. I'll be home in 5 minutes. Okay.